Alright, so dragons. If I was attacking his base with dragons, I would attack from this side here, because you want to try to funnel into these air defenses. Because of the close proximity of these storages to the air defenses, I would have concerns about whether or not the dragons would actually make it to them using rage. And even if they did, they would then have to get over and kill this back air defense. And when dragons kill something like a town hall, it takes up a certain amount of space. And so when the dragons finish killing it, the next closest building is going to be this mortar here, or it's going to be this builder hut, or not builder hut, this king. And then from the king pad, the closest building is going to be this or this, and from the mortar, the closest building is going to be this or this, or maybe this. The point is, they're never going to go straight through the town hall and kill this last AD. So you have to have some way, some plan of killing it. And with this base, I just don't see any plan that makes any sense. Like, you could try to send your loons from the back end here and rage them like from here and try to kill that. Like, that's probably the most viable one, but I think that's a long shot just because they have to travel so far, and timing that perfectly would be very difficult. So yeah, I don't really care for a dragon attack on this base. Hogging would be super easy. I mean, I think it was meant to be a hog ring base, but this guy screwed it up by putting defenses in the ring, so I would probably hog this base, but let's see how J-Jack approaches it. He certainly approaches it from the correct side. I mean, if you're going to 3-star this with dragons, this is the side you're going to approach it from. I wouldn't have dropped a dragon on the barracks, I would have dropped them on the storages. A really nice funnel. I really like the funnel, J-Jack. It was really well done. Sprinkles in a lot of balloons. Sprinkles in max loons. Still holding back on a dragon. Not sure what that extra dragon is for. Probably could have placed that rage a little farther forward. It didn't really help the dragons very much. It was placed too far back. So that is a huge pack of balloons. Problem is, they're not going to go to that back air defense. They're going to go around the side, and despite the excellent funnel that you created, it just is what happens. I mean, it was intended to be a hog ring base, and so defense-led troops will tend to path around it, and that's exactly what's happening here. The dragons just hit every air bomb in sight. They got pummeled by the air defenses for a very long time. I would say it would have been better to just take extra dragons, but then again, I mean, I don't think this is a base that should be attacked with dragons. When you look at this base, especially after revealing the Tesla locations, there's got to be a double giant bomb here, or there's got to be, like some kind of like, there could be like a bomb here and a bomb here kind of thing. And if that's the case, a single hog can come over this and trip this Tesla here, so I would send the hog from this side. Same thing up here, you can send a couple hogs in to take out these cannons and then to negate the effectiveness of those bombs. So yeah, I just wouldn't attack this base of dragons just because of that issue of the air defense being behind the town hall. You could use lightning on it and send your dragons from the other side. Like, that would probably be more viable than rage spells. The problem with that is there are some high HP storages there that the dragons are going to be sitting on while the air defenses wail on them. So I think it's still just a questionable base to dragon. I'm not saying you did a bad job, J-Jack. I think the funnel was great. I think you did a good job. It's just, I think it's a tough base to attack with dragons. So let's look and see what J-Jack pulled out for the second attack. Just a 3-star practice raid, which is solid. So, okay, so another base. This one though has a real hog ring, or a real, real ring for hogs or balloons. So again, for those of you who might not know what this is, hog ring just means, you can see here there's defenses, and then out here there are none. So what this does is it causes any troops that are led by defenses to go from this one to this one to this one, because this distance is always farther than the distance to the next one in the ring. So the only way to fix this is to kill off some of the buildings in the ring, so that if you send hogs in here or balloons in there, they come here, and then the next closest building is actually in the core. And the way to do this with dragons is to send in, dragons oops, dragons here. They'll come in, wipe out this, wipe out this, wipe out this, wipe out this, and then that makes this air defense here the closest thing for balloons. When you send them, they'll kill this cannon, and then they'll go in. And you know, there's no way that they're going to go out of the core because it's always closest to go to the next thing in the core rather than go out. So you can put a rage in the core, a heal in the core, and yeah, it'll work out pretty well. So that's what J-Jack does here. He chooses the correct side to attack from. He always attack opposite the enemy clan castle. It's the best way to attack from. Because the enemy clan castle will draw your dragons in towards the town hall, which is what you want. Done a good job with the funnel. You know, I think you probably can just take 4 of your own loons. I don't think you need 8. I think an extra dragon would be better. I understand, you know, kind of diversifying the threats of dropping the loons out, but it's better to just precision drop them. Those max level loons are going to be able to get in there and do a lot of damage to those air defenses. You could take 4 of your own loons if you wanted, but honestly, I think 8 is too many. And I would have dropped a raid directly on the core rather than spacing that one out over there. I don't think it was as useful. Yeah, so doing this kind of like Mickey Mouse rage pattern, I don't think it's bad, but I think a rage in the middle of the core would have been just as effective. You know, that being said, that top rage did enable that dragon to take out the Tesla, and it looks like this dragon's kind of low HP, so it might have been relevant that the rage was used, but I don't think that was really the plan. I would definitely rage in the core, and on these bases I like to take 2 rages and a heal, just because you can rage to get into the core, rage in the core, and then you can place a heal to keep the dragons all healed up after they've tanked all the air defenses.
Be the first to try Dry Spray Antiperspirants. They go on instantly dry for a cleaner feel, providing sweat and odor protection for up to 48 hours. Plus, they're easy to use. Just shake well, spray 6 inches from your underarm, and you're instantly dry with no visible residue, guaranteed. You can find your new Dry Spray Antiperspirant at Target today. Go with Dove Dry Spray for its signature quarter moisturizing cream. Start your day with superior protection with Degree Motion Sense technology. Or be confidently fresh so you can feel your finest with Axe White Dry Spray. It's time you experience the new way to stay dry at Target.
For nearly 150 years, the original blend of cognac and orange found in every bottle of Grand Marnier has been enjoyed by those who transform the ordinary, who embrace the unexpected, those among us who blend out instead of blend